Hey guys, it's your brother CJ, and we're going to talk about how to become spiritually wealthy towards God. Now, whenever people used to tell me about becoming spiritually wealthy, I used to get spooked out. But fear not, for we're going to decode the mystery behind these words tonight. Now, my operating verse is going to be Isaiah 46, verse 10. And there the Lord God says, I declare the end from the beginning. My purpose shall stand, and my good pleasure I shall accomplish. Now, since we are imitators of God, it also means that in order to attain our promised land or the good that we desire, we have to declare what it looks like in the end. In other words, we have to see it completed before we get started. And we see it how? By visualizing it in our minds, right? So life is always asking you one persistent question, which is, what do you want? The first thing you have to decide is what you want to do, to be, and to have in your life. And when you have decided what you want to do, to be, and have, then you have to write that thing down. And what you're doing is you are externalizing it so that you can be able to see it apart from you on a piece of paper. It's a separate kind of energy. And then the next thing you have to do, you have to visualize or attain the feeling that would be yours, where you already the person that you desire to be. Now, Jesus always would say, as you have believed in your heart, so shall it be unto you. In other words, what he was saying was that you have already received according to your belief. So you believing it is you taking steps to participate in, number one, writing it down, and number two, capturing the feeling that gets the answer to how would I feel where I already the one to whom the good that I desire belongs. And so the next thing to do is you want to go to a step where you are congruent in your departure point behavior to your arrival point thinking. You want to be able to say to yourself, how would I feel if I were the one I want to be? What would I wear? Who would I hang out with? How would I dress? What would I drive? Who would I talk to? What would be my conversations? What kind of emails would I send? What kind of clothing would I wear? Right? What you're doing is you are educating your mind. If it was just me, I would even get pictures and visuals to help my mind to understand where I desire to go. And every day you have to capture the feeling of being the one that you desire to be. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does that get me there? Well, you see, God works in you through your mind. And God deposits in you according to your mind as you have believed. As a man believes in his heart, so is he. So in other words, you get a deposit of who you could become. The kind of ideas that God deposits in your mind are based on what you believe about yourself. If you have no belief about yourself, or if you have no vision or a visual or a decision about where you desire to be, God cannot give you ideas that you would appreciate to get to where you need to go. That's why it's very important for you to, number one, appreciate your ideas. Number two, write them down. Number three, visualize you as being the one that you desire to do, to be, and to have. Let me ask you this. When you woke up this morning, did you go into your closet? And did you look around and look at the clothing and say, this is what I decide to wear today? And did you imagine what you would look like if you put those two pieces or three pieces together? Well, if you look at yourself right now, you are the exact perfect manifestation of what you imagined that you would look like. What I am encouraging you to do is to take those exact steps and spread them out through the passage of your life and decide that this is who you're going to be. And then write those things down. And then capture the feeling of who you would be like, how you would feel were you already that person. Whatsoever you pray for believing, Believe that you have received it, and you have received it. And that is how you become wealthy or rich towards God. Now, you guys, all I'm asking now is, if this served you in any way, hit the subscribe button and put comments in the chat box below, and also hit the bell so that if we have any new messages, you will be first to be informed. It's your brother signing off. Take care.